pleasant day to each and every one of us. We are from BSECE3A of Laguna State Polytechnic University, San Pablo City Campus. On behalf of my group mates, namely Leira Nagwason, Russell Carandang, Rovic Bermanes, and Justin Osias, I am Arian Shane Mundalian, your speaker for the topic Terrestrial Microwave. What is a microwave? Microwave is a form of electromagnetic radiation with wavelengths shorter than other radio waves, but longer than infrared waves. Its wavelength ranges from about 1 meter to 1 millimeter, corresponding to frequencies between 300 MHz and 300 GHz, broadly construed. These waves are extensively utilized in various applications due to their ability to carry high amounts of data over long distances with minimal interference. In communication, microwaves are essential for terrestrial and satellite links, enabling high-speed data transmission for telephones, television, and internet services. They play a crucial role in radar systems for navigation, weather forecasting, and military applications. Additionally, microwaves are used in household appliances like microwave ovens, where they heat food by causing water molecules to vibrate, generating heat. In the medical field, microwaves are employed in treatments and diagnostic equipment such as diathermy and microwave imaging. Microwaves travel in straight lines, requiring a clear line of sight between the transmitter and receiver, and can penetrate clouds, smoke, and light rain, although heavy rain and solid objects can obstruct them. With their high bandwidth capabilities, microwaves are integral to modern communication systems, radar technology, and various other applications due to their unique properties and efficiency. On the other hand, microwave communication is the transmission of signals via radio waves using a series of radio wavelengths measured in small numbers of centimeters. This technology is essential for long-distance communication, relying on line-of-sight transmission between parabolic dish antennas mounted on towers or tall structures. It supports high data rates, making it ideal for telecommunication networks, television broadcasting, and internet services. Microwave communication is known for its low latency and rapid deployment capabilities, eliminating the need for extensive cabling. However, it requires a clear line of sight and can be affected by adverse weather conditions such as rain and fog. Despite these challenges, its high bandwidth and efficiency make microwave communication a vital component of modern communication infrastructure. A microwave link is a communication system that uses a beam of radio waves in the microwave frequency range to transmit information between two fixed locations on the Earth. They are crucial to many forms of communication and impact a broad range of industries. Broadcasters use microwave links to send programs from the studio to the transmitter location, which might be miles away. Microwave links carry cellular telephone calls between cell sites. Furthermore, a microwave link design is the process of designing a microwave communication system such as data rate, distance, and reliability. One of the most important aspects is the calculation of propagation losses. Propagation losses is the losses that occur as a microwave signal travels through space. There are 3 steps in link engineering. First is the site survey, followed by path profiling, and lastly, link budget calculation. For the site survey, it is the site ocular, which includes weather, wind velocity, soil pressure, access roads, and road photography. Next is the path profiling. It needs topographical map to read contour lines and determine elevation between 2 sites, type of terrain, earth bulge, K-factor, and Fresnel zone. And lastly, link budget calculation involves equipment parameters, frequency, selection, and assignment radio equipment to determine the required transmitter power and threshold power. For this report, the group chose Tanay Rizal as the place of transmitter, while the place of receiver is Marikina City. With the use of Google Earth, the distance from Tanay to Marikina is approximately 25 kilometers. For the site survey of Tanay to Marikina, it has the coordinates of 14.5797 degrees north and 121.3313 degrees east. It has the facilities of Smart Telecom, Globe Telecom, and PLDT. It has the elevation of 37 meters or 121 feet. It has a terrain of blend of rugged, mountainous landscapes, verdant forests, flowing rivers, and serene valleys. Nearest bodies of water, which is the Rannoch Falls. Nearest access roads, which is the Marcos Highway. It has a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius or 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It has the humidity of 75% to 91% throughout the day. Wind speed of 19 kilometers per hour. And a peace and order, which is 74.51, which is considerably as very high level of crime. The distance of Marikina to Tanay using Google Earth is approximately 25 kilometers. For the site survey of Marikina to Tanay, it has coordinates of 14.6507 degrees north and 121.1029 degrees east. Facilities of Smart Telecom, Globe Telecom, PLDT, and Dito. Elevation of 15 meters. Terrain of a valley location and a mix of low-lying and slightly hilly areas. Nearest bodies of water, which is Marikina River. Nearest access roads, which is Marcos Highway. Has a temperature of 34 degrees Celsius or 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit, humidity of 69%, wind speed of 13 km per hour, and a peace and order of 30.66 level of crime.
For the specific antenna that we use, it is the Ubiquiti Airfiber AF11FX. It is a high-performance backhaul radio designed for long-range, point-to-point wireless communication links. This model operates in the licensed 11 GHz spectrum and is known for its reliability and high data throughput capabilities, making it suitable for our line-of-sight communication link project between Tanay Rizal and Marikina NCR. For the general specification, the model is the Ubiquiti Airfiber AF11FX. The operating frequency is 10.7 to 11.7 GHz. The channel bandwidth can be configurable from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, and even 100 MHz. For the modulation, it can use QPSK, 16 QAM, 64 QAM, and 256 QAM. Its performance is the max throughput is up to 1.2 gigabits per second. The range is up to 300 kilometers depending on the environmental condition and antenna configuration, and its spectral efficiency is up to 10.8 bits per second per hertz. This device is a robust option for our 25 kilometer line-of-sight communication link project, ensuring high throughput and reliability.
We are now going to start with the path profiling. Starting off with the Earth bulge. It is the number of feet or meters an obstacle is raised higher in elevation owing to Earth's curvature or Earth's bulge. We have here two formulas. First is the h is equals to d sub 1 multiplied by d sub 2 all over 1.5k, where h is the distance in feet from horizontal reference line, d sub 1 is the distance in statute miles from one end, d sub 2 is the distance from the other end of the path. The second formula is h is equals to d sub 1 multiplied by d sub 2 all over 12.75k, where h is the distance in meters from horizontal reference line, d sub 1 is the distance in kilometers from one end, and d sub 2 is the distance from the other end of the path. Next, we have here the formula of the path clearance. H is equals to H1 minus HO plus D1 over D multiplied by H2 minus H1, where H is the path clearance, HO is the total height, H1 is the earth elevation plus tower height at site 1, H2 is the earth elevation plus tower height at site 2, D1 is the distance from site 1 to HO, and D is the total distance. For the line of sight formula, at maximum obstruction, LOS is equals to H plus HO. Height of towers, we have here the 0.6 multiplied by HN is equals to H1 plus D1 minus HO plus D1 over D multiplied by H2 plus D2 minus H1 plus D1. Let T1 is equals to T2, where 0.6 multiplied by 4.1 is equals to open parentheses of 128 plus x close parentheses minus 168 plus 1 all over 30 multiplied by 16 plus x minus 128 plus x is equals to 46.14 meters. For this slide, you can see the table with an inclusion of the D1, D2, the elevation, the K factor, the HT in meters, the HO in meters, the path clearance, and the line of sight. Continuing with the next slide, we have here the inclusion of the Fresnel zone, Fresnel zone in high, Fresnel zone in low, Fresnel clearance in high, Fresnel clearance in low, Fresnel radius in high, and Fresnel radius in low.
In this slide, you will see the values for the routes from Tanay Rizal to Marikina NCR. Each line graph corresponds value for something related for the link design. So for the orange line graph, it corresponds elevation, purple is line of sight, red is earth bulge, pink is total obstruction, green is the upper Fresnel zone, blue is the lower Fresnel zone, gray is the upper Fresnel clearance, and lastly, yellow is lower Fresnel clearance.
Moving on with the link budget summary. Here are the parameters and assumptions. Distance 25 kilometers, frequency 11 GHz, bandwidth 20 MHz, transmit power 60 decibel milliwatts, transmit antenna gain 53 decibel relative to isotrope, receive antenna gain 53 decibel relative to isotrope, feeder loss 2 decibels, branching loss 1 decibel, transmit line loss 0.5 decibel, receive line loss 0.5 decibel. Noise figure 5 decibel, reliability 99.9%, 0.999. Terrain factors including roughness, factor A, 1, average terrain. Next, environmental factor B, 0.25, average inland areas.
For this slide, it includes the calculations of our report. For the free space loss, we have here the FSL is equals to 92.4 plus 20 log 10 of the frequency in gigahertz plus 20 log 10. That's the formula. And then we have here the 92.4 20 log 10 multiplied by 11 plus 20 log 10 multiplied by 25, 20 log 10 multiplied by 11 is equals to 20.8320 log 10 multiplied by 25 is equals to 27.96. Therefore, FSL is equals to 92.4 plus 20.83 plus 27.96 is equals to 141.19 dB. For the thermal noise power, we have here the Pn is equals to the negative of 174 plus 10 log 10 of B plus NF, and B is equals to the 20 times 100 times 10 raised to 6, and 10 log of 10 is equals to 73.01. Therefore, Pn is equals to negative 174 plus 73.01 plus 5 is equals to negative 95.99 ppm. For the received signal level, RSL is equals to PT plus G minus TLL minus FSL minus G minus TLL, where TLL is equals to 0.5, TLL-RX is equals to 0.5 also, RSL is equals to, it is now equals to 60 plus 53 minus 0.5 minus 141.19 minus 53 minus 0.5, and we have here the RSL is equals to negative 82.19 dBm. For the carrier to noise ratio, we have here the RSL minus Pn. Next is the negative 82.19 minus the negative of 95.99. Therefore, we have the total of 13.80 dB. And now for the feed margin, FM is equals to 30 log 10 of D plus 10 log 10 of 6 AB frequency minus 10 log of 10 minus of 1 minus R minus 70, where D is equals to 25 kilometers, A is equals to 1, B is equals to 0.25, F is equals to 11 gigahertz, R is equals to 0.999. Therefore, 30 log of 10 multiplied by 21 is equals to 41.94. 10 log of 10 multiplied by 6 times 1 times 0.25 times 11 is equals to 1 or 11.18, and then the 10 log of 10 multiplied by 0.001 is equals to negative 30. Therefore, FM is equals to 41.94 plus 11.18 plus 30 minus 70, and we have 13.12 dB. For the system gain, GS is equals to FM plus FSL plus LF plus LB minus AT minus AR GS is equals to 13.12 plus 141.19 plus 2 plus 1 minus 53 minus 53 is equals to 13.12 plus 141.19 plus 3 minus 106 GS is equals to 51.31 dB.
Link budget parameters, losses. Free space loss. It is also known as free space path loss, and it is defined as the loss incurred by an electromagnetic waves as it propagates in a straight line through a vacuum with no absorption or reflection of energy from nearby objects. Here are the two formulas with the English system and metric system. First, English system. Free space loss in decibels is equals to 36.6 plus 20 log multiplied by frequency megahertz plus 20 log D. Next, free space loss in decibels 96.6 plus 20 log multiplied by frequency gigahertz plus 20 log D. In metric system, free space loss is equals to 32.4 plus 20 log multiplied by frequency megahertz plus 20 log D in kilometers. Next, free space loss in decibels is equals to 92.4 plus 20 log multiplied by frequency gigahertz plus 20 log D in kilometers. Transmission line loss. TLL is equals to antenna height A plus antenna height B plus waveguide length multiplied by TL loss multiplier. Next is atmospheric absorption loss due to oxygen at F below 57 GHz. Atmospheric absorption loss is equals to 7, open parenthesis 7.17 times 10 raised to negative 3 plus 6.09 over frequency squared plus 0.227 plus 4.81 over open parenthesis F is minus 118 squared multiplied by frequency squared times 10 raised to negative 3. Fade margin. It is also known as a link margin, which is a fudge factor included in system gain equations that consider the non-ideal and less predictable characteristics of radio wave propagation and terrain sensitivity. Here are the formula. Fm is equals to negative 130 plus 30 log D in kilometers plus 10 log times 6 AB times frequency in megahertz minus 10 log times 1 minus R. Next is Fm is equals to negative 70 plus 30 log D in kilometers plus 10 log times 6 AB frequency in gigahertz minus 10 log times 1 minus R. Antenna gain. The gain of antenna increases or decreases proportional to the square of its diameter. If its diameter changes by a factor of 4 is equals to 6 decibel. The formula is antenna gain is equals to 20 log frequency in gigahertz plus 20 log D in meter plus 17.8. Received signal gain. It is simply the level of signal at the receiving end of the transmission. RSL equals IRL plus the antenna gain minus TLL. And next is RSL is equals to PT plus antenna gain in minus TLL minus FSL plus antenna gain minus TLL. Next is system gain. It is the difference between the nominal output power of a transmitter and the minimum output required by a receiver. The formula is system gain is equals to PT minus C, and next is PT minus C mean greater than or less than losses minus gains, where GS or the system gain in decibels, PT is the transmitter output power in decibel milliwatts, and the C minimum is the minimum receiver input power for a given quality objective, the dBm. Reliability may also be termed availability and is expressed as percentage. It represents the percentage of the link is expected to operate with an outage caused by a propagation conditions. The Bell standard for short-haul propagation reliability is 99.995% minimum, while requirements for high-capacity long-haul may be 99.9999%.
Moving on, for the link budget summary, a component of free space loss or FSL, we have a value of 141.19 dB. Thermal noise power or PN, we have negative 95.99 dBm. The received signal antenna or RSL has a value of negative 82.19 dBm. Next is carrier to noise ratio or C over N. The value is 13.80 dB. Fade margin or FM. The value is 13.12 dB. Next is system gain or GS. The value is 32.40 dB. Transmitter power or PT has a value of 60 dBm. Transmit antenna gain or AT has a value of 53 dBi. Received antenna gain or AR has a value of 53 dBi, and the feeder loss or LF has a value of 2 dB.
branching loss or LB has a value of 1 dB. For the transmit line loss, we have 0.5 dB. Received line loss has a 0.5 dB also. For the frequency, we have a 6 GHz, bandwidth with 20 MHz. Next is noise figure or NF has a 5 dB. Distance has a 25 kilometers. Reliability has 99.9%. Terrain factors A and B has a value of 1 and 0.25.
These calculations provide a detailed understanding of the link budget and the factors affecting the communication link from Tanay Rizal to Marikina and CR. Adjustments to the system can be made based on the values to ensure a reliable communication link.
This signals the end of our report. Once again, I am Arian Shane Bundalian, your speaker for today. And on behalf of my teammates, thank you for listening and may God bless us all.